This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Our World Is Ended. In the last episode, with our near-death experience at the hands of Deguchi, who's now killed himself, and Miyabi and Reina's sister having faked it, we are still kind of dealing with it, despite the fact we're alive, and we're dealing with it our own ways. And it looks like Natsumi does not want to be alone in this case, so we've been forced to stay with her despite her weird suggestions and like taking showers with her, and we're like, nope, we're not going to have any of that. I don't think so. We're young men and women who are confused about their bodies. We're not even going to deal with that. Nope. That would be wrong. Actually, it probably would be wrong because she's not in a mentally stable place at the moment. But, you know, main character, he's a good dude. He knows what's up, even though he never takes charge half the time. Anyway, let's continue on with this awkward sleepover thing. Why? Because she betrayed me. What a emotionless voice. Oh yeah, and she talked about a friend who she broke contacts with, so I guess we'll find out what that's about. What do you mean? Natsumi-san sighs again in response to my question. You know how I said we shared our illustrations, gave each other advice? Well, she took one of my illustrations and sent to an online contest and ended up winning. Oh, she did that, huh? And her Sue contester made her debut as a light novel illustrator. Though I haven't heard of her since then, so that was probably the only time she ever got a job, because she couldn't keep up with the actual illustration, so everyone's like, oh, you kind of suck. But it was pretty hard for me to accept that. After all, she used my drawing and ended up making her debut because of it. Of course, it would be hard to accept that everyone would be mad when having their creation used without permission. But didn't you argue with her? That wasn't her picture, so she should refuse. Stuff like that. I did, but this is how she responded. In this world, the one who acts first is the winner. That's not exactly wrong. Yeah, sadly. Something that's new but similar to something that came before would always be compared to what came before. All that comes out later is at a disadvantage. However, that's not something that a thief has a right to say. It just makes me mad. Anyway, she was just using me. I wasn't a friend, a fellow illustrator, or a rival to her. And that was the most shocking part. Natsumi-san. But thanks to that betrayal, I gained the motivation to draw something that can't be copied by anyone. And so after distancing myself from her, I wanted to find a certain site with a worldview that resonated with me. I'd go as far as I'd say that that's where my style was formed. I finally found a world that only I could draw. Of course, I have no intention of forgiving her for her stealing, and I wouldn't be who I am if that hadn't happened. A part of me feels almost grateful for the experience. Her words are full of self-derision, or derision. So that's how she ended up drawing only the darkest of pictures. She rejected her old drawings so she could part with her old self, and that's why she started avoiding relationships. She was betrayed right when she thought she found the right person she could trust. She started wearing the thick armor of the Dark Angel Chaos to protect herself from any further hurt. But is that really a good thing? Even if she's glad she discovered drawings that are truly hers, doesn't she want a bit more room to spread her wings? Yeah, artists shouldn't restrict themselves. You know, they should try everything. But you know, she had an issue. She had a moment. I feel like Natsumi-san is smothering herself in an attempt to escape the past. However, I can't bring myself to say what I'm thinking. We continue talking about drawings, J7's games, all kinds of stuff. As we chat, I realize that Natsumi-san has calmed down significantly. It's getting late though. I probably shouldn't stay in the girls' room for too long. Looking at how she is now, I'm sure she can handle being without me. Natsumi-san, it's getting late, so I should get the fuck out of here. You're creeping me out, dude. By the way, did you play any of our previous games? Not yet. I see. As the assistant director, you should get a better grasp of how J7 Products works. It's part of your job. Play them. But only one of them was really successful, really. And we know which one that was. Alright, I'll find some time for it. Anyway, I'm off! If you put it off like that, you'll never get around to doing it. But it's late. I shouldn't be playing games at that time. Leave me alone, you crazy broad! Why not play it right here and now? No, you should play it right here and now. Okay? To listen to her urgent request, order more like, and install Judgement 7's first game, Magasuki, in my smartphone. It's a novel game, and the one responsible for the setting and story is obviously Haruka-san. As you expect from it, it's so focused on the setting that's kind of overbearing. Because of that, the plot isn't really moving forward, so really it is actually hard work. In fact, I go as far as to call it painful. I mean, it's also difficult to read. The characters' names, terminology are full of complex kanji, and there are furigani everywhere. I can't get a consistent grasp of anything. I'm also so concerned about whether or not I should even be here that I can't focus on it at all. Suddenly, Natsumi-san's phone makes a noise. She looks at it and freezes. What was that? Natsumi-san, what's wrong? It's a message from Owari. Iseki and Tatiana are going to stay at Yuri's-san's hotel room. Oh, I see. Well, it's late, so getting back is probably hard work. I feel like Tatiana is asleep too. Also, considering all that's happened, she deserves to stay with her father for now. And the fact that Owari-san and Tatiana won't be coming back means that Sumi and I will be the only ones here. I look at the time on my smartphone. It's already past midnight. I've been hanging around here just because she didn't chase me out, but surely I'm overstaying my welcome now. It's so late. I really can't sleep here, so I'm just going to go in the nap room. I stand up and start to leave. Wait. For some reason, Natsumi-san stops me and looks me directly in the eyes. Stay here. But? Stay here. She's obstinate, but her voice meek. I guess I can see that. It almost feels like she's pleading with me. Please, don't leave me alone. I've never seen her like this. Natsumi-san, alright, I'll just sleep on the floor or something, so you just go to your bed. I won't feel good sleeping on the bed while you're sleeping on the floor. I'm not that inconsiderate. Yeah, you are. That's why I give you permission to sleep on my bed. Man, you really are emotionally flustered right now. She mutters those words with her eyes averted. Her long hair does not hide the fact that she's red to her ears. I get to sleep on her bed. Selection. Oh, I guess we have more of these, huh? I guess 20 is just the... Can I really? I'll be the permission? Does she mean the same bed? Best lying dormant. All right, I'll protect you inside and try to awaken. Kind of reminds me of the scene of Inside Out when the girl, when the random like side character guy just like runs into Riley, I think her name is in the show, and he just and she helped him out or something like that. Just something some regular gesture a normal person would do. And inside of his head, it's like girl, girl, girl. And the guy's brain is like blowing apart. They're like, what do we do? It's pretty funny. ... Hey, why are you falling silent? You're making this awkward. Don't get me wrong, I just gave you permission to get on my bed. I'm not allowing anything beyond that. I know that much. All this is happening because she's having a moment of weakness. I can't take advantage of her. Yeah. If you do, let's just sleep. For some reason, she hurriedly turns off the light and gets on the bed. She still left enough space for me, though. It's a pretty large bed, so her bodies won't be touching, even if I join her. I would just sleep on the couch, personally. I'm not a fan of sleeping in the same bed with anyone. I steel myself and awkwardly lie down. Well, this is not as awesome as it should be. Making sure to make as much space between us as possible, I position myself at the very edge. Though large, it's still a single bed. We touch each other if she just extend her hands out a bit. Natsumi-san looks different without her glasses. Her usual sharpness is gone, making her look somewhat childish. And her cheeks are so red that I can see it even in the darkness. Or this darkness. As I become more aware of her presence, my heartbeat quickens. You're not allowed to come any closer. I know that, but why are you looking at me? I always look at this side when I sleep. Got a problem with that? I look at the ceiling and do my best to calm my heart. Honestly, I doubt I can sleep like this. After a while of silence, I finally get a grip and Natsumi-san starts mumbling something. I'm scared. Natsumi-san? I'm scared. There's Ichirei. Akashic, Lab 13, the JK incident. I have so many things I should be thinking about, but right now I'm just scared. Back then when I was watching Deguchi kill everyone, what do you think I was thinking after seeing Haruka, Owari, Asano, Yuna, Tatiana die? I was actually begging the powers that be to somehow make it all that at least I come out alive. I begged to be the only one who survived. That was all that was on my mind. Even as I watched everyone die, I could only think about saving myself. I didn't feel any rage, sadness, or despair. I just wanted to be saved. Right now, too, I'm just relieved that I'm alive. I'm just glad I didn't die. I'm more grateful that I lived than I am grateful that the others lived. I'm such an ugly person. Nah, that's the fight or flight survival response. Everyone has that. Though it's dark, I can see her shaking. She's more scared of herself than she is of anything else. No matter how much she talks about how dear her friends are, she only really treasures herself. Her own egoism scares her. As I feel like she's about to melt into the darkness, I speak up without any hesitation. What's so bad about being ugly? Like an ugly duckling? Except you're anime drawn, so you're clearly not ugly. Are you talking about personality-wise? Okay, whatever. Eh? It's the same with like any movie or show or whatever. They say they're an ugly character, like physically, not emotionally, and yet they're drawn beautiful, or they look good, or they have makeup on. You're like, well, that's not ugly. You're not even trying. It's like in certain books where a main character's supposed to have like a scar or something unseemly that's supposed to make them look ugly, for reasons in the story. But then when they make the movie version of them, the scar is like this tiny little thing on their head, but the rest of them look beautiful and they have makeup on, all this other crap, and you're like, alright, what was the point of that? You're only human. What's so bad about putting yourself first and foremost? What's so wrong about being alive? If not wanting to die is ugly, then it's fine to be ugly. Please stay as ugly as you are right now. Yeah, that's good to say, girl. Natsumi-san looks at me in surprise. Then she brings out another set of words. I'm afraid of death. I'm afraid of getting killed. I'm afraid of being left alone. Most people have that feeling too, so that's not unique to you either. It's easy to tell that those words came right... It's easy to tell those words came right from her heart. I'm afraid too, but we're not alone right now. I gently touch her shaking hand. It feels strange and cold considering it's summer. Tut tut tut. Natsumi-san grasps. Her fingers are shaking. You touched me. So sorry. Seeing her as she was made me want to extend my hand to her, even though she said she didn't allow me to get too close. I hastily tried to let go, but she actually gripped my hand back. I'll allow it. I'm not scared when we're like this. She softens her expression. I'm surprised, but if it helps dispel her fear, then I'll hold her hand as long as she wants me to. We won't say anything more, but it's actually not awkward. In fact, the silence is pleasant. As I hold her hand, I feel it's slowly becoming warmer. Her eyes are closed, and she's sleeping peacefully. Seeing her like this both calms me down and fills my heart with a pleasant warmth. I share a restful, sleeping face and keep holding her hand. Well, isn't that awkward and sweet? In the Yoshikami, August 7th, 2017, Monday, 1:07 p.m. It's been 2 days since the false assassination. I'm a Yoshikami. It's an old restaurant in Asakusa, Roku. It's a popular place that specializes in Western food such as stews and steaks, including the Hamburg variety. Was it meant to be spelled like that, or is it more a German Hamburg? Naturally, it's quite expensive, so a lowly part-timer like me can't go here easily. There's a reason why I came here all the way from the office. Out of the blue, DIH's Miyabi Nabi actually called me out here. Ah, there's Reiji over here. Miyabi calls me out from the table further in. She's accompanied by Reina-san's sister, Yoko-san. I just go ahead and walk up to them. Go on, sit down. I'm doing as I'm told and sit down across from them. Reiji-kun, sorry for calling you out so suddenly. She apologetically bows her head to me. While Yoko-san acts like an adult, Miyabi-san is, well, who cares about that? It's not like she has anything better to do. Hey now, I have plenty of games and books to read, dude. Well, you're not wrong there, but still, it hurts that I can't actually argue. Still, she called me out of the blue, and it's only been days since that horrible experience. I'd really appreciate a bit of thanks or an apology, no matter how insincere. But then again, this is Miyabi-san we're talking about. So, well, why'd you call me? Oh yeah, I should tell you this before I forget. With Deguchi-san, Deguchi committing suicide, DIH started a serious internal inspection. It's not unlikely that there are more Lab 13 agents in DIH, so that's an obvious course of action. That might cause us to annoy you, Judgement 7, a bit more. Sorry, but you should prepare for that. Does that mean that we're still suspected of being connected to Lab 13? Oh no, you're not. She instantly rejects the idea. You were suspected 2 days ago, but the assassination thing proved your innocence. What do you mean by that? If you were Lab 13 terrorist, you would have done something back then, but you didn't, or rather you couldn't. When I reported this to the higher-ups, they concluded that Judgement 7 can't be involved in the cyber-terrorism. If we wanted to just expose and restrain Deguchi, there was no need for us to corner you the way you did. We had to do it to dispel all suspicions. I thought that scene was just meant to help us catch Deguchi-san, but it seems like there's more to it. Anyway, there is no doubt that they were keen. But we have our routines, you know. We still have to investigate and question you and all that. Oh man, that's why I don't like government work. Anyway, that's how it is. Sorry about it. She apologized, but why do I feel like she's not the least bit apologetic? I mean, she just casually opening the menu. Ah, now there are some prices. My job won't cover this. I didn't call you here officially. After thinking for a moment, she makes a strange smile. Well, just order whatever you want. Don't worry about the prices. It's clear that she's just forcing herself. DIH is part of the Ministry of Defense, making her a government agent. Even if she doesn't make a fortune, her payment should be still pretty large. The fact that she's making the expression means that she's either really stingy or a big spender. Hey, big spender, dig this blender. Rainbow spenders. Hey, big spender. Do, 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 do. Probably the latter. I didn't even need a moment to make that conclusion. I mean, you can tell just by looking at her. She probably buys lots of useless stuff. Anyway, that analysis aside, I have a big question for her. Miyabi-san, I understand what you wanted to talk about, but why did you call me? Shouldn't you have told this to Wari-san? He's the leader, I'm just a part-timer. Awari-kun is a bit special in several ways, in terms of both his background and as his person. Also, he has connections with working with Vice President, so honestly, we're still kind of keeping watch on him. Well, the same goes for Tanya, too. Though Miyabi-san thinks that he's clean, her position doesn't allow her to call him. It must be complicated. And then I guess Aruka-san is also no good. He's known Yuri-san for a long time. Can't ignore him. And no, he's not suspicious. We're not observing Iruka at all. What a quick response. It kind of feels like she's looking down on him. Then why didn't you call him? He's one of J7's founding members. You might even consider him a sub-leader. I know that much, but Iruka's kind of hard to talk to, you know. Well, he's hard to handle in the general sense, I mean. Wow, I can't help but feel sympathy for him, but I also know exactly what she means, which makes me kind of feel bad. Natsumi, Yunan, and Asano-chin are also kind of hard to talk to. Well, it's true that they're a troublesome bunch. I mean, one's chaotic, one's an airhead, they're just sad. And then there's you. You're abnormally plain. That makes it easy to talk to. Abnormally plain? I guess that's an apt way to describe me as part of J7, or boring. Or vanilla, or wheat bread, or white bread. And you know, during the Jungle battle, you and I played husband and wife. Oh, that makes you really easy to talk to. Wouldn't be mine. Even as silly as she is, she would be preferable to a lot of the other characters. Miyabi-san grins. She probably didn't put that much thought in the decision after all. Also, Yoko-san speaks up. Unlike her partner, she's completely calm. The others are a bit too attached to Reina. They must feel really conflicted about all that's happened. I mean, Miyabi-san, and even Reina herself ended up using Judgment 7's memories of her. Ended up? That was part of the plan, wasn't it? You don't really have a good response to that. We were used to trap Shiro Taguchi, a Lab 13 agent infiltrating DIH. We weren't told about any of it, so we actually experienced the fear of death. I belatedly start to get mad. Don't make that scary face. Well, Reiji, what will it be? I recommend this beef stew. Miyabi-san tries to act like nothing happens and shows me the menu. Of course, I'll have some of that. But that won't be enough to kill my anger. I also have some beef fillet, tornado steak, and some filet cutlet, and fried prawns would be nice too. Beef stew, beef fillet, tornado steak, filet cutlet, fried prawns. She quickly calculates the price and opens her eyes wide. What? That's more than 10,000 yen for you. Don't you think this is a bit too much? I've actually been killed. This is actually not enough, if you ask me. Yeah, you're completely right. Eat up. She quickly calls for a waiter and orders all they listed off. By the way, Miyabi-san is having a beef stew and a cutlet sandwich, while Yoko-san is having spaghetti Napolitana. That's probably Napolitana. That doesn't sound right. After the waiter left, I decided to ask something else. Anyway, Miyabi-san, do you really only call me to tell me about the internal inspection? Isn't there anything more? Come on, now, no need to be that suspicious. I invited you to some lunch. That's what I said in the message, right? Hearing her mention the message, I make a bitter face. Yoo-hoo, Reiji-cans. Thank you for yesterday. Let's have a lunch at Yoshikame tomorrow. I'll be waiting for you at 12 o'clock. Don't forget to come, you hear? From Miyabi to Reiji-cans, live. Wow. For just a simple message, it seems that's probably her personality. I take out my phone and look at the message I got from her yesterday. I already read that. Look at those text faces. What a millennial. God damn. Yeah, that's about right. Honestly, wait, aren't you a millennial technically, Reiji? She's probably not that much older than you. Honestly, the fact that you think that thanks for yesterday is something you can say after what happened gave me the urge to kill someone. Didn't sit right with you, huh? She makes a wry grin. But hey, don't blame me. All my emails are being checked, you know. I've actually yet to report the whole thing that happened in the virtual world in detail. That means that if I say too much in my messages, I might have to present them with a video file for your Oscar-winning scene. She gives me an impish smirk. The Oscar-winning scene. This has to be the embarrassing talk between me and Natsumi-san. Sorry for being rude. Please, anything but that. I bow my head to her so hard I hit the table. Good. That's what I'd like to see then. I'm a generous, so I'll forgive you. Anyway, there's no point in hiding it, so I'll just say it. Miyabi-san makes a serious face and bends her body forward. You and the rest of J7 should briefly leave Asakusa. No, Tokyo. Tokyo? What do you mean? Thanks to Gucci, our higher-ups are sending a more serious investigation to Lab 13 in Rankin North. As I already said, we have to investigate and question you and all that. And I happen to be the one in charge of that, you know. Honestly, it's a real pain. That's true. Honest. I can't help but say that. If you leave Tokyo, I'll make sure to limit all the questioning investigation. Well, sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, so you want us to get out of the picture until the dust settles? Well, basically, yeah, considering what happened, I do feel like returning to game development right away. Anyway, and I can't imagine that you would feel good about being dragged around for DIH questionings. Well, yeah, but where should we even go? As I consider our options, Yoko-san raises her hand. I have a suggestion. I already talked to Miyabi-san about this, but what would you like to say to come to my parents' home? It's a small guest house in Mina Barbosa. There's a swimming beach nearby, so it's really great to relax, great place to relax. I'm sure Raina would love it all if Judgement came to visit. Ah, and you don't have to pay anything, of course. Also, J7 are Raina's friends, so as her sister, I'd love it if they came as well. How about it? Miyabi-san is definitely right that they're not in the mood to make video games. If we had to go through DIH's investigation now, getting our motivation back would become even harder. Going on a trip to sea would be a good change of pace. Also, Yoko-san's parents' home means that's also Raina-san's parents' home. It should be a special place for Judgement 7. It sounds good, but can't help but feel like there's a catch. Come on, Reiji, there's no need to be suspicious. There's no catch. In fact, I think you should all go to the sea and make a few summer indiscretions. I mean, you're all young. You're not much older than us, you know. Is it just me, or did you derail the conversation? I didn't. And anyway, you're all going. That's for certain. Oh, so it's in order now? I guess we're being ordered to go to the beach. You know what that means? It means the swimsuit episode, or soon. I don't know if it'll be soon. You know how most light novels somehow get everyone into swimsuits. Sounds like that might happen. But will it happen? Or will we just be stuck in the game development office for the rest of the game? Find out next time in the next episode of Our World Is Ended. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.